Shielded power cables. One ground is the golden rule. Shielded power cables are lifesavers in the fight against electrical noise, but grounding them can be a bit tricky. Let's untangle the mystery of how many grounds a shielded power cable needs. The problem with two grounds. Imagine a knight in shining armor. That's your shielded cable. The shield protects the delicate signal from electrical interferences. But what if you connect the shield to ground at both ends? Here is the catch. Voltage differences. Ground isn't always perfectly equal at both ends of the cable. This voltage difference creates a current flow in the shield, like a current looking for a path back to ground zero. Noise injection. This current becomes the enemy, sneaking back into the cable and polluting your precious signal with noise. It's like the knight accidentally treading mud on the clean signal path. One ground is the champion. To avoid this internal battle, we implement the one ground rule. Round once, connect the shield to ground at one end only, typically at the source side, where the power originates. This creates a clear path for any induced currents to flow harmlessly back to ground. No ground loops. Grounding at only one end eliminates the risk of ground loops, nasty circles of current created by multiple grounding points with slight voltage differences. These loops can wreak havoc on your system. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Remember, a high-quality shielded cable is only as effective as its connectors. Using a low-quality connector with poor grounding negates the shielding benefits. Invest in good connectors to ensure a complete shield around the cable. Earthing for safety. Power cables only. While we generally avoid grounding both ends for signal cables, power cables are a different story. Here, grounding the shield at each end and splices can be done for redundancy. This extra grounding provides better protection against electrical shock in case of a fault. However, it's important to acknowledge that this approach might introduce some noise. Conclusion. Grounding a shielded power cable is a balancing act. By grounding at one end for signal cables and strategically grounding for redundancy in power cables, you can ensure a clean and safe electrical environment. So, remember, one ground for signal cables, strategic grounding for some power cables, and high-quality connectors for ultimate protection.